welcome to another edition of Chaffee Break. It's just like a coffee break, only with considerably more gunfire, although one could argue today that it's more like a tea break than a Chaffee Break, as we are featuring the mighty T-50-2 from TigersLovePepper. That's TigersLovePepper, driving the T-50-2, which is the Tier 5 Russian scouting tank. The light, obviously, with it being a scout. So this tank is used a little bit differently to the Chaffee, where you would call the Chaffee more of a scout killer. This thing is definitely more of a roamer. Its speed and agility are definitely a massive advantage and in the favour of this tank, and you need to use it to get to places on the map where you're not expected to be and basically run circles around the enemy. So let's get into this game. First off, just probably going to be scouting up the hill, as like I said, with the speed and manoeuvrability of the T-52, it's more than capable of reaching the summit of this hill pretty damn quickly. So there's just an SU-100 pushing through that village there. Not sure why he decided to go ahead and do that. Possibly thought that with his top speed would be able to make it there and get stealth before anybody spotted him. Unfortunately, it is very close to the starting position of this team, so I'm not sure why he thought he was going to be able to get in there. So what you want to do with the T-52 in this situation is exactly what the guy's doing, and that is just to crest the hill just enough to get a line on somebody and then disappear back down the other side and then come back up at a different location, just to try and keep the enemy spotted so that your artillery and your other tanks are able to get a shot on them. It's nice if you can have a shot yourself, but not absolutely necessary, as you'll be earning plenty of credits and experience simply from spotting all these guys and then your teammates doing all of the damage. So able to take out that Panzer IV, who decided to push far too far into the enemy. Probably either thought that he had some backup or that his artillery would be able to do some damage before he got himself eliminated. So there's a VK there just lining up and able to get a hit on the T-50. Good thing about it is it does have 560 hit points, so in a tiered game like this, probably capable of taking 2 to 3 hits from any of these tanks without dying. So some of the allies have pushed through this village here. The hill looks like it's pretty much won. They've only got a couple of medium tanks up there, and they have reinforcements pushing on that. So he's just going to push through the village here to support the 30-45 and the SU-100, and probably going to come into the village and try and hunt out the artillery, which is probably what I would do in this situation. Try and uncover their artillery and take them out, giving yourselves a massive advantage in a game like this. The SU-100 getting himself taken out by the SU-85 there. Not sure what he thought he was going to achieve there, ramming him from the front. Just because he had the bigger tank, assumed that he was automatically going to win that matchup, but that is not always the case, so you need to be careful. Just having a random shot there. Getting a big hit there. So he's down to 133 hit points. So he's going to have to be careful from here on out. But he's already had a pretty good game. And there you go, spots out the Hummel. Not sure that the Hummel spotted him, as he hasn't started to move yet. Or the Hummel maybe just thinks he's going to be able to take him out. So had a shot and unfortunately missed. Just going to dodge around to the side so that once the guy reloads, he should still be able to take him out. So as you can see, just able to finish off that Hummel, no problem whatsoever. The thing about the T-52's gun is it's not as powerful as the Chaffee's gun, but it is a lot faster firing. It has, I think it has around about the same penetration, but it does a lower amount of initial damage. As you can see, the SU-100 just raging in the chat there about the SU-85 being able to take him out. So the game's pretty even at the moment, 9 kills to 10, although it looks like the enemy is in a bit of a better situation, although they do still have their artillery, and obviously Tigers here in his T-52. So just cutting through the back here, probably trying to spot out the camping tank destroyers, as that is going to be their biggest threat at the moment, as the enemy still has 2 tank destroyers left. And it looks like most of their forces there, as you can see, are cutting straight for the base. So just going to try and keep them spotted for his allied tanks and their artillery to try and get a shot on them and take them out. So just taking a roaming position around the side of the map here, just trying not to put himself in harm's way, because one stray shot from an enemy will be able to take him out no problem whatsoever. So just keeping to the edges of the map, trying to keep himself not detected. What was that? That's a Tiger P, so probably not going to want to tangle with the Tiger P, especially front on. So just going to run away and take cover behind these buildings and try and get into safety, and hopefully their artillery, the M41 and their remaining T-29, will be able to take him out. What's the T-29 looking like? How healthy is he? Full hit points. So a well played T-29 should be more than a match for a Tiger P, especially if the Tiger P is going to be focused on trying to kill the T-52. The T-29 should easily be able to take him out. So just spotting the enemy as they're making their way towards the base, and hopefully the T-29 can get a good shot on them and take them out before they are able to cap. Just going to speed this along a little bit until we get into a little bit more action. So just cresting the hill there and keeping an eye on the enemy, just wants to make sure that they can be taken out. They do still have artillery, so really all you need to do is keep eyes on them, and then their artillery should be able to finish them off. As you see, the artillery gets a good hit on that T1 heavy there. Unfortunately, from the front, this gun not having much luck against this T1 heavy. I think I mentioned in a previous video that for its tier, the T1 heavy is a bit of a beefy tank. Fortunately, against the T-52, not really standing a chance. So they've evened up the score now a lot more, with kills now being 11 to 11, but it looks like one of their team either got a team kill or committed suicide, as they are only 3 tanks against 4. But having that full hit points T-29, is he still full hit points? Yes, probably hasn't even been spotted yet. So against their full hit point T-29, their artillery and this scout, they should be able to wrap this one up. Unfortunately, the scout only has 130 hit points, and I remember the artillery only had about 40 hit points left. So while on paper it looks like they have the advantage, this one is really going to be a close fought battle. So it looks like at least the T-29 has the top tiered gun, able to lay down a good bit of damage on that Tiger P. Just going to try and... yep, just realised that he was going to be focused there and had to run the hell away. So just going to try and keep the attention of the Tiger P, and hopefully their artillery should be able to get a good hit on him. Just going to speed this up a little bit. So unfortunately he's going to have to stick around in the area, not really wanting to, but he's going to have to, because the T-29 can't get eyes on the Tiger P. So it's going to be up to the T-52 to spot him out. There you go. So that their remaining tanks can pound on him. So there you go, brilliant hit from the artillery there, taking 600 of his hit points off, only 85 hit points left. Unfortunately the T-52, unless he can hit that, the very top of his turret, not going to be able to damage the Tiger P from the front. So it looks like just going to be spinning around here, again trying to get eyes on him, but he's pretty deep within that forest now. So he's going to have to get pretty close to be able to spot him out, unless the Tiger P makes a big mistake. Although their T-29 isn't looking particularly healthy either, so this could really come down to the wire. But then you have to realise that even after the Tiger P has been destroyed, all 3 of their remaining tanks have next to no hit points. Ooh, that was... you can argue and say that was unlucky that he got shot, but very lucky that he got hit in the tracks and not taken out there. So his tracks absorbing all of the damage from that one there. So he's going to have to basically run away and get into cover, which he manages to do on the other side of this village. So pretty much just going to be abandoning that flank now and leaving the T-29 and their artillery to fend for themselves. As long as he doesn't, T-29 doesn't make a stupid mistake and move out into the open, the Tiger P is going to have to push on him really. Although it looks like, actually I must have missed that, the Tiger P has now been taken out. And it looks like the remaining VK was taken out, so it looks like that's just the M36 Slugger and the KV-2 remaining. Problem is that KV-2 with that massive cannon is going to be able to one-shot everybody. And in fact, with the amount of hit points that these guys have left, even the M36 Slugger should be able to one-shot everybody. As you see, KV-2 easily taking out the T-29 there. So still haven't spotted out the KV-2, not even sure where he is. Oh, there he is. He is capping the base. So, not sure if he's been spotted. Actually, he has, because the KV-2 has stopped and turned his gun towards the T-50 now. Just got to be careful, because if this guy manages to land a shot, then it is curtains. In fact, even if he just lands a shot close by, wow, that was a close one. So, their artillery's making a run for it now, because not sure what this M36 is going to be doing. He's probably going to be trying to hunt out this artillery. That's what I would be doing in his situation. The KV-2's got the cap started, so that just leaves the M36 free to go and hunt down their artillery. So just going to try and get some eyes on him and uncover him so that their artillery can get a shot. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to spot him out without getting very, very close. KV-2 probably just sitting absolutely still, not wanting to get spotted. Just going to speed this up a bit until we get into some more action. Just having a random shot there, hoping he can possibly hit the KV-2. Actually, to be honest, somebody did hit the KV-2 there. Not sure if it was our man here or if it was the artillery. Probably either our man here or it was the KV-2 accidentally moving out of the cap circle. So just spotted out the M36 slugger there. He is indeed in the forest and going to be hunting down their artillery. So just going to see if he can fend for himself. He's telling the artillery not to move or shoot and to stay hidden, and he's coming to try and help, although it looks like the artillery is ignoring that advice and steaming straight out of the forest. So M36 stops to get a shot on him there, and the T-52 able to pound him. One more shot should be enough to finish him off. And there you go. So if the artillery had just followed his advice and stayed in the forest, not moved or shot, he probably would have survived that, but instead deciding to panic and come out of the forest. Although on the plus side, that gave the guy something to shoot at, while the T-52 finished him off. So it's just the KV-2 now, who is, I think, probably going to be on pretty much maximum health. And our T-52 here on next to no health. Actually, it doesn't really matter how little health the T-52 has, as the KV-2 with that massive cannon would have one shot at him, even if he was on full health. So just trying to get some eyes on the cap point, shooting at the bushes, figuring that's probably the best location to start, as the KV-2 is hidden, and it looks like he is hiding behind the corpses of his fallen comrades. So if he's able to move in using the corpses as a shield, or even just use this high ground here as a shield, if he can get in close to the KV-2, he's going to be able to flank him, as up close the KV-2 has an absolutely terrible turret traverse. Somehow losing half of his engine power there. Ah, right, the removed speed governor actually been in operation for quite some time there and damaging the engine. Now the KV-2 unfortunately missed his shot, was able to probably get a bead on him, but was unfortunately missed his shot there and hit the back of the fallen tank there. So he's probably only got one more shot in him with that 30-second reload speed. Probably only got one more shot in him before this T-52 is able to take him out. But even on side armour and rear armour, this KV-2 is an absolute beast. So really having to pick his shots. Ooh, unfortunately missing that one. But yeah, having to pick his shots. And what's that? There's only 10 seconds left on the clock. Oh my god. So panicking a little bit here. Wow, able to finish him off with only 5 seconds left on the clock. Absolutely amazing win there from TigersLovePepper, picking up a full 6 kills there with the T-52, showing what a good, agile, fast-moving scout can accomplish, and then picking up the victory solo against a KV-2 with only 5 seconds left on the clock. So absolutely amazing clip there. Thank you very much for sending that one in, and thank you to you guys for watching.